So I am back at it. I am live. Why isn't that showing up? Huh? Well, I am live. I don't know why it's not showing up though. Um, hmm. Well, isn't that disturbing? I don't know which channel I'm on. I'm on a different channel. Oh, there I am. So, ugh. Let me see. It's getting a little bit more challenging to go live from my phone, but I try. My goodness, I do try. It's just that, my gosh. Now, well, it's good that I find this out now. So now I'll understand as I progress because I want this done a very particular way. Yeah. I believe isn't it? That's the diametrics. Oh my goodness. No. Okay, yeah. Then I go like that. Then I go like that. Okay. Then I come over back over here. And I need to update that bio though. Seriously. It no longer serves the purpose. Um, okay. Let me get my bingo. Still. Oh, no, no, no. I did it right. Okay. I did it right. I just got to use the one I. Oh my gosh. Now I'll do it. There we go. And smooth. Okay. Smooth. Cooking. Now we're cooking. Yay! Got it the way I wanted it. And bingo. So now I can relax. Okay. I kind of want to go. Okay, now I want to go to the studio. I'm just now I'm practicing. Does it this one? Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, now I'm here. And y'all can see everything. All right. So oh, that took me a minute. So now I understand the process. Yeah, it's a lot. So I'm like sliding in here. Basically, I have been off since 2. Oh my gosh. My readings were like back to back. They're it's like the moment that I would put the phone down, it would ring again. I think I need to go live all the time. I think I need to continue going live. I need to continue going live on TikTok and going live on YouTube. I mean, and going live on TikTok and just be quick, continue being active. My goodness, I was like, where is all this work coming from? They gave me a pretty easy August. So I was thinking, it's going to be easy. But I was telling everyone else, yeah, we're all going to get to work. It's time to get to work. And then lo and behold, September happens. Hold on. Okay. Whoops. Is that right? Hold on. September. So lo and behold, September happens. And it's like all this work, and it's like back to back to back to back. I'm like, oh boy, now you all are here. And then, so I was looking forward towards the 5th because it's like my off day. I'm like, or my 3 days. So it was, and then just because it was like 10 minutes till, and that's when I get receive the call. And every time that happens, I know it's going to go over my time, which is, I don't mind. I mean, it's supposed to. I get there early, stay, whenever the time, as many calls that keep coming through, get them all taken care of, and then I got to have the rest of the evening, afternoon, to whatever, to myself. So I got out of there like it was about 30. No, it would have been 40 minutes. 40 minutes, about 40 minutes. Whew. But we made it. But I got some great ideas from it, though. I said, you know what? I can, do the two birds, one stone thing. But I don't think I need to do it for YouTube necessarily. I'll do it probably for TikTok. Like create, do it in the subscription area and read, like do, like answer my calls, and then people who are subscribing can come in, and of course during those times have readings, or I can or schedule an event so that it's not featured around, people who are subscribing coming in, and they're like, okay, what's going on here? So I could do it like an event as well. Yeah, I probably should do it more like an event, because that way everybody feels welcome. And then I could do something a little similar with the subscription, and then I got to figure out you guys at the I got to figure that part out with YouTube. I don't know what I got to figure out something special for you all. Let me think. See, I have to just sort of deal with you. I have to deal with you all, like isolate. I have to isolate the both of you. I don't even. I know they have software where I can talk to you both at the same time, but the way that I want to do this, I want YouTube to have its very own type of information. I want TikTok to have their very own type of information. TikTok is audience is very different from YouTube. So that's why I need to have specialized information. Now, I understand that some people may like, what they'll do is, that's going to be annoying, because I wanted to stay on. Yeah, that's what's going to annoy me. What's going to annoy me is that um, because if it's like the signals are picking up no activity, and then it goes a blank screen. I'm like, no, stay on. I'm liking this. I need to see everything. But anyways, I'm feeling good though. I'm now rested up. I did some self healing, working with my energies. Uh, I had my I had my special salad I was told to get, and it was delicious. Yeah. So so I'm doing my healing and getting my energy back, flowing properly. So I'll do like that. Whew. And now I'm in this wonderful space of uh, first few hours into my day off and preparing my cards. Now, my shows don't does actually doesn't start until tomorrow, and I'm waiting for a new plug-in. Yeah, because this current one is just, it's like already giving me the warning signs. Like you better you better like get another one. You better find my replacement pretty quick. But I don't know. It's like luck struck, and everything was all charged up and working properly. So I said, let's go live a little bit. So I made a choice. I was like, well, YouTube, TikTok. I said, well, let's go to TikTok. Uh, I'm backwards. Let's go to YouTube. I went to TikTok and then I said, no, YouTube. I chose YouTube. So, yeah, my YouTube have actually been, right now they're calculating everything. So, like when people are in here, compensated, or the hours are calculated, so that's nice. Nice to see that. I'm doing quite excellent. Yes, with um, the clients are just rolling in, pouring in, and I think it may have something to do with me changing the energy. To be honest, of like it seemed like I unlocked a few features with my YouTube, with TikTok, and then it's like I have more access now to things. I don't know how it worked. It seemed like they're unrelated. Well, I know how it works. It's metaphysical. It's the same conversations I have when I explain this to my clients. Yes, do this. I know it doesn't make sense, but over here is going to unlock. They're unrelated. They're like, what? What does it matter? I said, let's just see what happens. So I'm in that same fix. I'm in that same situation. So, I and I like the idea that the time is being calculated now because to be honest, there's just certain things that I enjoy. I really enjoy talking about that actually are big videos, especially when I get behind them. So I know that I've already the ones about what I saw for Kamala Harris. When I choose to get behind that one, that's going to go up. That one's going to become That's probably going to have ads playing on it. So I'm excited about that. And then there's like other ones too. I needed at least 20 videos. So I think I've reached my height. And I kept thinking about like 50 videos. I didn't know why I kept thinking produce 50 videos, produce 50 videos. Now I understand. I now have 50, literally I have 50 videos here. Well, this will be my 51st video for my YouTube. So I'm getting there. I soon will have I'll have 100 videos soon. I probably need to think my fiery brain probably needs to think about uh 25 videos. Like if I do 25 videos and I can think, "Oh, look, you only have 25 more videos to go." Yeah. So the fact that I'm doing these separately because just as equal or many videos I need over here, I still yet yeah, I don't get a break. I need 50 videos on the my TikTok too. So it's gonna be a lot, and yeah, I'm gonna bring in my day number 6. I'm gonna bring in day 6. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna bring in the day with a nice shuffling of the cards, getting them ready. I never know when. or who the how, like who I'm going to read, like I mean, I'm even though it's my day off, that means I get to turn off my phones. That does not mean I get to stop being psychic. I don't get off that easy. So I have to always be ready and make sure that my tools are excellent. Yeah. Universe was like, oh, is that all you need is clients? And flooded me with business. Oh my gosh. I had a busy, what day would have been on the third. I think it was the third. Oh yeah, the third. Yeah. Yeah, the third was, oh my gosh. I've already made my quota for the first half of the month. I already made my quota, to do what I need to do. At this rate, I'll be able to, definitely do a few little odds and ends and extras. So, yeah, I need to stay absolutely on top of things because these are the times where things get funny. You got to keep your wits about you, and for someone like myself, I might as well just come out and say it. I'm really interested in the second most beautiful thing that could happen in my lifetime, and I'm not going to curb those words and channel it into something else and say, oh, besides this or another. Nope. The second most beautiful thing, the first one was Barack Obama, and now a woman in office. That is going to be beautiful. So, like I said, the second most beautiful thing, I might as well just, I'm like, okay, what do you want to do to me? What? You want to raise up the rent? What? You want to say I can't walk on the left? I have to now walk onto the right. I, I don't, come at me, throw at me whatever you wish. I'm not changing my mind. I can no longer park out front. Not to put my vehicle inside. Okay. Aye aye, Captain. I'm gonna toot my toot my little self over there. Harris. So, I might as well just come right on out and say it. So, but even if I don't, even if I did it otherwise and said Trump, 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 Trump. By the way, who I liked and loved and had a great time with. I loved what he did with like what he did for small businesses, such as myself. That was a blessing. I mean, like he changed the viewpoints of like how to do business for me in my mindset. He got me really thinking about stuff in a real way. Um, but I'm not gonna kid around. This is just a special moment, okay? It's an iconic special moment. I'm having a moment. And it feels like something for me. It's like finally something for me. Like, like, like good things would come up, and oftentimes, if not all the time, I'm like, after a certain point, I'm like, it's great. And then I start to realize, like, I'm nowhere in this story. But I'm like, oh, this is nice. 'Cause I just like cause I'm like, well, at least I'm here. At least, I'm like that person that person that can just go coast anywhere. No, this person might be able to actually make it through the doors to get into the party. But, it's like, now I feel like I'm that person that's saying, like all the thoughts in my mind of what tomorrow will be like. That's where I'm at. Like I'm feeling that again. I felt it before, and so I know what it feels like, but I hadn't felt this way in a long time. So I'm really geared up for it. I'm excited about it, but this live is not supposed to be about that. I'm not supposed to be even talking about this in this live. I know I was trying to come in here just to I'm trying not to even come in agitating. I don't want to like come in, like day one and saying, come on, bring it on. I'm trying not to go that route. I probably should say it like this. I'm psychic. I read tarot cards and I'm an astrologer. Oh, that's what I was going to share. Okay. Oh no. I wasn't doing that for you guys. Okay, that's a different content. My bad. Never mind. I was nervous. I was like, wait a minute. Did I get the stories mixed up here? No. Okay. I'm telling stories in one place, and over here is just kind of place where I can just. It's like the life of a psychic, you know, like my psychic life. I mean, that's pretty much how it goes. Like right now, this is my. I've been a few hours in my 3 days off from that. Now doesn't mean I can't stop being a psychic because psychic is like my arm. It's just a part of me. It just means that I'm not answering my phone. I got my phone over there unplugged. I'm not even thinking about that phone. And I wasn't going to check my emails. I was going to stay out of my email too, but I'm kind of waiting on a package. I was I wait for that little, it would say delivered. So, and then yeah, my eyes have said, anything else? Anything from the camp? So yeah, I can't quite get away, but I'm close. I did it. I did enough. I did enough. So yeah, I'm absolutely enjoying the day, and I'm enjoying my first day in. I know that I have to continue to build and grow. I know that that's what I'm doing. Um, I know I have to prepare for a big crowd. I know, and I already know that there's the big crowd comes with people who are like very specific in what they need from me, and I'm mindful of that. Um, they're going to want my readings. They're like, we're only here for your readings, and I get it, but I also, and I don't expect people to not understand. I don't expect people to really pay this part. No, never mind. But I have to be ready to receive my skeptics. I have to be ready to receive, people who are not as open as those who trust me, to read for them. I have to be ready, for, people who are going to show up and they're going to ask me, what do I think I'm doing? Where do I think I'm going? Who gifted me? Who made me, you know, this? So I have to be ready for all of that. That's gonna come. I know that's gonna come with this. So because I've dealt with it already. I've had a taste of it, and it is ugly. And especially, it's ugly when you don't have a voice, because you know, well, they follow through. If you don't have a voice, oh yeah, they follow through. They will follow through on whatever it is that they're saying. They can follow through, absolutely. So this time I know that it's not that simple because the structures here in this I guess in this time of my professionalism, that we would have to encounter each other head on, like face to face or in some direct way. And but I also know that I have to maintain a particular integrity because I want to continue to work with all people. So all people, I want to continue to have a very diverse clientele. So I have to like manage that part. That part is going to be a challenge trying to maintain that part because my gifting does kind of pull me, especially when I start to. Oh, let's see. I've got a few stories to tell, and I will have to articulate them in a very special way. It can be done. If anyone can do it, is myself, because I believe that a psychic can say things in a very special way that is different from other um, spiritual people, how they would say things. Um, and that it can come across as heartfelt and highly conscionable. So I'm not going to, I can't not stop with the other forms of content, which in fact, I've got the thumbnails already ready, just so you know. And so I am going to be like increase, like you'll see it increase in my going live here on YouTube. And it's just me getting this format together and flowing and helping this everything to where it's becoming easier for me to go live in the way that I want to and be prepared a lot sooner before I go live. I had a little trouble with the thumbnail. I know how I have to deal with the thumbnail. First of all, okay, so here's the tricky part. It's like extra steps to do. Okay, it's easy to get the thumbnail to my phone. That's simple. And then once I do that, um, the thumbnail, it'll come up at some point, but I need it on the laptop yeah, on the like the television or laptop version, and that's where I had. So so I resize and then put it there, and then shebang, it all just a perfect twist. So it's a little bit of a process, and then it works. So, but I actually I love like just out of the blue. It's like I'll be thinking, and I'm like, oh, that would be a great story, and then I come in and I put together a thumbnail. The thumbnail is easiest for me. Easiest for me. Thumbnail is like brainstorming. So I'll do a brainstorm and it'll just snap in place. And I will make that thumbnail and make it interesting at the same time and fascinating to me. And then I'm like, let's go live now. And then talk about whatever the subject is. So yeah, I love making thumbnails. Thumbnails is like breaking out instead of, okay, some people break out the paper I'll break out the paper and try to sketch it out. I'm like, just give me the finger paint. Give me the triangle, the square, the shapes, the pyramid. I'll do it. Give me the tools, and I just put it. It just snaps in together. You know, I love making thumbnails, but it always starts with like with a title. It always comes to me in the form of a subject or a title, and then I can just put it together. And usually I'm just like kind of just sitting there. I'm like sitting there and just relaxing, and then it'll just pop up in my brain. I'm like, that's what I'm gonna. That's the thumbnail I want. So, yeah, that's how I do it. So, when time comes and I'm ready. Three-way. What? That's bringing your work home with you. You shouldn't do that. Oh, I forgot to turn that down. Whoops. Had the TikTok is going on. They're doing the TikTok challenge. Three-way means TikTok challenge. By the way. That worried me. I'm like, huh? I was like, I was in the middle. I'm in the middle of my zone, and I'm like, I'm only supposed to be the one talking here. And then I remembered, oh yeah, the challenges. Yeah. So, my. So, eventually, it's all going to come together. I know. I know it's going to come together. I'm working so hard to make all this work perfectly, but I just have to make sure that I eliminate any space or doorway that lets in, like unwanted situations. hmm I'm also learning to be more protective, because if I'm being renowned, I'm very protective of my privacy. But if I'm going to tap into fame, because I was having another vision today. I keep hearing that I'm going to be um, famous. So I'm like, I need to be more protective of my privacy, because I'm a little out there. I can be a little too open, maybe a little. I wouldn't say trusting. Trusting is the wrong word, but just a little too open. I expect people just to be, just people. And sometimes, you know, uh, like if you just keep on with the whatever the narrative, it doesn't work out that way sometimes. Sometimes there's other issues going on. It isn't just people just being people, unfortunately. Oh my gosh. So I know that's the part that's been bothering me, but I've always had to deal with, um, in my reality, or my waking life, I've always had to deal with, you know, kind of being a bit renowned. Like if people would ask, people do ask, like, what do I do? They say, wow, that sounds important. Oh, like you're well known. Oh, that kind of bit. So I've always kind of had that lingering, but they said, no, you don't get it. This is going to be different. So I'm not going to be allowed to be as open as I wish I could, unfortunately. And my guides have already begun sort of moving things about, um, okay, before I was okay with like posting my phone number or my cell phone number. But now I won't be doing any of that. I was like, and I was like, well, what about an 800 number? It's like, no, you won't even need that. So I'll actually, it's just going to be by link. And of course, it'll be by phone, a smartphone or tablet, or even the desktop, but all computer, and it's just a link, no download or nothing, and it's just like a call basically. But all it is a link, and only thing that happens is that a screen pops up, and it has where even it has a place for just the voice, um, and or uh, vi- uh, video. So where a person would interact with me through via the video live, or if not, it would just stay with the audio. And I don't know why anyone would press just video if they can't hear, um, unless they want the video and they're like chatting, because you also will have the chat feature. So now that I would understand. Um, mm-hmm. So the guys have already began putting things into perspective. I already know it's going to happen. Yeah, I already know where it's going, and but rightfully so. I mean, I am working with five famous psychics who are actually. I mean, they're famous by definition, but that is just their reality. They are famous, so not famous in their own right. I mean, outright famous. They're up there with John Holland. You know, like anyone, any of them any of the ones that you can think of. Uh, they're all, yeah, they on television. They do all of it. They do all of it. So I'm not saying that. Well, okay, I am. My goal is not to be picked up on a show. My goal is I want to have everything flow through my YouTube channel, and I want through my fame, and I want it to flow through my TikTok. I now have officially a TikTok shop, so I actually have my own shop now, and my business is registered. So that it's just coming together so quickly. But I'm not slowing down. I'm pressing on forward. I'm getting it sort of lined out together the way that it should be. I can't even see. Oh, I gotta get this together. There you go. Now I can see perfectly. Had to move that down. Yeah, I just have to just sort of get everything just nice and tight, nice and pretty, so that it's gonna flow smoothly. My privacy is protected from through the gate, straight through the gate, um, and I can continue my journey doing what I do, which is being spiritual, because I won't have time to deal with anything else if all I'm doing is being spiritual, and then experiencing its practices of spirituality. And then, with that said, helping others, blessing others, and making events, creating events to see these people, because that's a little goal of mine as well. So yeah, the guides told me, they said you cannot no more do numbers, like I guess give out my number. I can't give out my number anymore. I got the link and stuff, and I've not experienced anything horrific or anything odd. It's not that. It's not even about that. It's just that they're letting me know that it's just about, that this new level I'm going to enter into. this new way is far safer, better for everybody. Everybody's gonna win, and they get a hold of me pretty quickly, and it has nothing to do with like having to, do like the like pay or anything. So it's just a link. That's it. I'm like, okay, fine. Yeah. So yeah, that's offered. That's going to be offered here. I would say it's going to be presented through the memberships, so that the memberships can have direct access to the work. As we continue to go through the journey, hmm that's what we're trying to get to. I could not believe every time, I don't know, I'm still amazed that every time, like it's like what they call it, like every few days, that my blue meter is going up. It's finally moving. Oh my gosh, it took the longest time to get that blue meter to do anything. But yeah, I'm just thrilled with that. So I'm gonna continue to build in that space. And yeah, absolutely. That's where we're going. When this happens, so far as like getting everything together, I should by then be thinking about, okay, so my shop is for my book. That's for my books I'm gonna write. That's why I have the shop. And yeah, I have to figure out a way. It's the same. I think it'll be easy, actually. It'll be easy. Because either way, to purchase the book on YouTube, you still, having to go through a link of some sort. So, hmm but yeah, now that I have my own shop and my business being registered, instead of going through that extra place, because the reason why I wanted it, okay, I was kind of hoping that I could find a way to present the book through a shop, through the TikTok shop. Moreover, is because I would love to bring the books to my office, and then wrap them, package them myself. That's what I want to do, and I want to ship them out. Handwritten letter and things like that. That's my goal. So that's what I'm gonna do. That's why this is better than than my original idea. My original idea, because I was thinking, okay, there's two ways I could have them, purchase from manufacturer. That means I don't buy any additional books that are not being bought. Okay, then it's just sent in a, I don't know, I want to say manila folder, vanilla folder. This is sent to you. Boom. You receive it. Or um, what the other step? What the other step would be, what was that? That was kind of that was a bit of a frustration. I would buy it from said publisher, and then I would do the deed, but I wouldn't know exactly how to get the book to you, because if you buy through the public, it's just because I already checked. I don't know why I learned backwards. I learned all the complicated stuff backwards, and that's how I learned. So I learned the high stuff. It's the small stuff that always gets me, which I always think of as problems. So I'm like this. So I had to do some problem solving. like, okay, so how do I get the books the um, to the reader, and but that I can send it to them and it's quality. It's wrapped, nicely situated, and they get a thank you letter, or what if I want to sign the book, but they want me to sign it. So that was in my head when I was thinking this through, and neither of those channels will allow me. I wouldn't be touching the product. That's what makes it convenient. So I didn't want that entirely. I mean, I do want that, but I want to do a little more. And so yeah. So, anyways, having my own shop now allows me to do that. Yep. So I am preparing for that, and yeah, that's gonna be amazing. I opened up the feature. It was already like reading. Excuse me. Well, reading and writing. I was reading, yes, always reading, but writing. I'm already writing and getting ready, to really get serious with this so that it can get published, so the book can be bought, which goes along with the subscribers, because the followers there are increasing, the YouTube is growing, the watch hours are growing, they're getting there, they are getting there. I'm working on it. It's I am working on it, but yeah, I just gotta be ready. Since I'm glad that I could do everything backwards, because by doing everything backwards, I can make sure that everything is proper, everything is in its right place, in order to create to create the proper um, level of content that I intend to create. But yeah, it's all supposed to tie in together. Oh, and I've also been thinking about the next chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. I know I need to do that. Which now, and that is something that other people on the other side, when I say other side, TikTok, they are asking me to read chapter 2. So I got them thinking. So that's nice. People are like starting to talk about these things. Um, Here, I think we're on chapter 6. So they've got some catching up to do. But yeah, I've actually been reading the Bhagavad Gita for a minute over here. And that one actually gets more traction than I ever thought that possible. And even had ads on a few of them. So I was amazed by that. Yeah. I don't know why on earth is it so important that I get ads on videos that I'm not even in the program yet. I think I just like it, like I like the recognition of it. Like I get to say, oh yeah, my videos, getting ads run on them. I think I just like saying that. But I don't know if it means a thing or not. But on a personal level, it means something to me. What are you? Hold on, let me see what this is. Oh, that's a little study. I was studying the Ten of Wands. Sounds like I did a little work for Saturn, doing a little studying. Okay. I do that sometimes. I start writing. It's like automatic writing. I write all these paragraphs of like Like this one is literally the ten of wands, and it starts out and it's describing the elements of Saturn. I don't know why I do that. It just happens. But I love it. I love that I do it. I think it keeps me on in the know of things. Um, Now I have I brought in the book of Enoch because okay, I have to bring that information back out. Not the book, not like to go, okay, you gotta start reading the book of Enoch. No, it's just that the section where it talks about the processions of the earth and where it has the different calculations. I need to bring that out. But not for you all because I already have videos up here about for on my YouTube. But yeah, I'm wanting to introduce that over there. And I think I just want to do it because, okay, so there is a bit of a thing going on. It's kind of like a unspoken conflict. And now it's not to pick a fight. No one's picking a fight. But how can I say this so it doesn't get taken out the wrong way? There's no other way. I'm gonna try to say it the best way I can in a kind way. Basically, basically, like okay, so I've been going live for a little while on TikTok, and but some people have come. Well, not some people. I shouldn't say some. I sound like a lot of people. Like there's one or two that are they come in, they want to challenge, um and so but say because I know so much, I'm correcting and I end up with all the information basically. um so I think that I probably want to do it because I know that no one has this information, because no one, it's not that no one could solve it, but no one wants to solve it, no one's not thinking to solve it. um, and I know that I can talk on the subject, and I've looked at it through and through, and all the numbers are like snapped into place. And last night I had a powerful dream vision, and in that vision we it was me and a few other people, and there were three people on the outside. They were men if I could think of. There were men, and there were like three, because I'm about to say three means something. There were three men on the outside, and they all were armed, and of course pointing them at us like, "Don't take a move," the whole drill. We're being robbed. And so I approached. I gave no sudden, movement. So I gave them, okay. So I had like whatever, like a little, like $10 and a dime or 11 cents or something, like whatever you have, give it here. So I pulled out the money. This one was an American, and then I gave, and I gave, and I looked and I saw these. I saw these. It was like it was on parchment. It was about the size of just regular paper. It was parchment, and they had like the symbols. And but I read it. I was like reading it. I was like, well, if he just wants this, fine. So I gave him all of it, and so he's going. So he goes through that. He goes through everything that I've given. But when he got to what was on the parchment, um, it was like I heard a woman's voice say, "No, no, don't read that. Don't read that." But when he read it, he degenerated. He degenerated. It was like he just said, he just crumpled up and degenerated. And the meaning, it was like he couldn't read it. And then it was like the energy transference went to the other two, and they crumpled up. It was like it was like a sackcloth kind of like covered them. And then then something like it's like their stomach kind of like went in, and then like things were falling off to the side. I don't know why, what possessed me, but I lifted it up, and it was, it was like in big clumps. And so I was like, oh, okay, that's enough of that. Okay. So I've never had a experience like that. And then in the vision dream, this person says, because there was only a few of these pages, it says, oh, there's more pages like these. And I was told that these were pages of the Book of the Dead. But I was like, and she had like, she says, but I know, but she says, oh, by the way, I know where the other pages are. And she goes, see, look. And she had like numbers and places where to go locate these things. And then, of course, I woke up. That dream was wild, but I understood it. It means that what I do, there isn't anybody else who can do this. And I know where to, I right now I'm in a perfect space that allows me to study what I study. And it's not for everybody, and I just have to embrace that. And I probably shouldn't be so tough on people because they come in and they think that they're helping me by maybe trying to convert me and save me. But because then they find out later that I know everything that they know and then some, and I'm correcting information that they think that they know is right. So, so I get a little bit impatient because of that, and I think it's universe is saying. I mean, I think the dream is saying, like you're doing something that there isn't anybody else who can do what you do. And I can say that because the information that I get to do my readings, that doesn't come out of a book. It happens every year. I get a new style, like I'm taught a new way to read for my clients. And I can say clients because I read for clients all day. That's my job. That is my career. As this is, what I'm doing here. I don't. YouTube has not hired me yet, so I can't call YouTube a job. But I love doing it, and I love the idea that who knows what will tomorrow bring if I keep going, and who knows what my TikTok will bring. There's so much promise to my TikTok now that I have a TikTok shop. Oh, if okay, I can keep them separate. I thank you. I'm glad I have a Gemini rising. Gemini rising love to talk. I'm so happy about this because all right, because I was like, well, my members, I can, links are links. I can just offer the TikTok link shop. But no, actually, you can set up YouTube has its own because I want them to have their own built-in shop. Because, okay, TikTok has its own built in shop. 'Cause I want the content to be separate. So, YouTube shop, I could, if we can. I don't know because I'm not allowed to see behind that wall yet. But if I can just sell the book through YouTube, that would be easier for me because then I can, put it together real pretty right from right here, like I want to do. That's what I want to do. Oh my gosh. Now I got it. I just worked out a puzzle. Ooh, I saw that. See, I'm problem solving. I'm gonna have after this video, I have a total of 51 videos. And my views are gonna go up a pretty good amount of number on tomorrow. Um, this is the day one of my 3 days off. And I don't technically start doing my real lives, the lives I'm going to, be very topical, until the 6th. Because I was giving okay, so I didn't realize that I was going to really do anything. I didn't consider the 5th. All I could think was, I make it to the 5th, and then at 2 p.m. I'm off. And I didn't know what I would do. I didn't know if I was going to rest or, juice. I didn't know. But I'm starting to get my vibe, my energy, like, because yeah, I'm already right now I'm working on my wellness, making sure I'm okay, making sure I'm good, making sure yeah, I did a fast. I do crazy fasts, y'all. I do crazy fasts. and and I was told, do the beautiful fast, but you're also going to want to uh, do a salad. So I did the fast, and then I not leaf salad. I didn't do the what you call a salad, like the leaves and the uh, all that, the grape and the nuts and the no, not that kind. It's a way different kind of salad, and I'm telling you, it was so delicious. Oh my gosh. So, anyways, I'm getting that my energies are flowing. I feel good and vibrant. Just a different kind of energy. I feel focused. I feel very focused. But I do need to rest in this space of thought, and um, and learn to interact in this space, because I can go high, and I can go like into the medium. I can go low. They don't like me in the low, because I show up in the if I go into the low, if I go into the realm of the depressed, I'm the one that walks in and I'm like, hey, hi. So let's turn this place up. They're like, get them out of here. So, but this space is more like the medium. I'm in the medium. So yeah, I need to be in this space to see how it goes. So it's, I don't know. Can I say it in voice? Okay, so in voice would be, mm, and then there's and then I'm like, I'm right there, and natural. That I'm right there. That's where I'm at right now in my mind. In tones. I just explained it in tones. So I'm not in my head voice. I'm not necessarily in my chest voice. I'm more like in my natural vibration. And so I need to stay in here for a little bit. And it's a different feel, but I need information here, is what I'm told. But yeah, that was amazing vision dream though. The vision dream said, "What?" I was like, "Whoa, what happened to these people? Like, what happened?" They looked at these pages, like, and then the person explained to me, said, everybody cannot read these pages, and over there, they the words they translated was Book of the Dead. So, anyways, Now, so far as with my tarot cards, I do believe that loved ones do, they kind of cross by and are like telling us, or telling me things that I need to share with people who, like the client who's talking to me. And yes, I do even like when people ask about a particular person on the other side, I do give them a reading. Allow that, like I read or allow them to tell me how they're doing through my tarot cards. And yeah, I do that. So, but it was just fascinating. Of course, I put it in the big book. It's in my, yeah, it's already in my big book. Mm-hmm. But I think it's only going to get better from here, though. It's only going to get better. Um, let's see. But what's important is this. I had to make sure that no matter what, okay, so being a psychic, no matter what I think, my feelings, my philosophy, my beliefs, or if anyone is saying if you don't, this is gonna happen to you, you know, that the prediction still happens the way it's meant to happen, and I accept that. I accept that fully. Like I love I love the idea that universe heard me. I say universe. So many times my readings have been altered and twisted out of fear that what, the repercussions if the person who's hearing them doesn't either understand them or they're just in their own way, in their own feelings, and they start taking away the toys. How do I deal with that? Because if the universe is true, shouldn't universe also make provision for the psychic? After all, we're just relaying information. Answer is yes. Like I have a full day's work. I have nothing to worry about. I get to sit here for 3 days. Well, I'm not going to just sit here. I'm going to work. But for 3 days, I'm good. I get to do anything I want to do. Anything I want to do. And I'm going to go live a lot, but everything is smooth. I'm healthy, and wow, I look great. I feel great, and my all of my psychic readings are 100% so accurate that I have A plus plus. My clients are happy, and this everything is just opening up for me. And I think the reason is that I stayed true to giving the right answer. So regardless if, the repercussions of not sharing or giving information the way people wanted, you think that, you know, like the checks would stop coming in. Like clients don't call, I don't get paid, I don't get a check, I don't, get to keep working. And then things, I don't get to, I don't get to continue. I gotta turn them off because yeah, that music. Okay, here, let me put them on mute. Shoot, they're partying over there. Yeah, this is game night. Yeah, they're having a game. Okay, where's my? There we are. It's game night. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah. If clients stop, you know, their activity with me, yeah, the all this turns off. But that's not gonna happen. That's not happening. So I learned that I should do it for that. If I'm doing it for that, I'm doing it for me. I have to do it for psychic. Because what I am is psychic. I'm illustrating the psychic abilities. Yes, there are different areas that cover that. And some of these areas are going to be touchy. But when I do something, I'm doing it for psychic. Psychic, psychic, psychic. So that means I do the work for psychic, and anywhere I go, under whatever the circumstances may be, psychic has done its job. Psychic has done its job. So that is where I'm at. That is where I'm at with all of this. So, but yeah, I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna continue on with the journey because that's how I have to grow. I have to develop this. I've had to develop this mind, this sort of mind thought pattern, because if I don't, yeah, I could get lost in the oceans of emotions. I could, but you know that's not my intent. My intention is not to get lost in the emotions. Because if I do that, then I start carrying what I'm sharing, and that can be the wrong information because most likely the information will be wrong, and that wrong information, I will have to own it. And I can't own the wrong information because then I won't have 100% readings anymore. You know, I have to have 100% readings, A plus plus readings, and I have to collect all these pages, you know. So if I'm collecting all these pages, like the Vision Dream said, I can't do half readings. No, I cannot. And so I need to be thankful more often that I don't have to. That I mean, like it's amazing, but I'm sitting here today because I remember being preached to so much about psychics, like the warnings of I'm so happy that they did because I know why they taught me that. There really are some bad people, and they're bad people who claim that they have special powers, psychic powers in particular, and or that they are like they believe in Christ, and but at the same time they, you know, are like some kind of clairvoyant, and you know, but they don't spend any time actually showing that gift. They more manipulate. I've met them. I'm telling you, they are in the world and they are serious about that too. I'm glad I didn't pick up any of their traits because I actually am clairvoyant. Actually, do I have a, I have a, I have a I think, and now this is in my humble opinion, I think that Jesus Christ and myself have a wonderful relationship, and and I actually wake up thankful every day that wow, I'm like wow, I get to really help people every single day the way that I thought I would when I was a when I was young, and now I do. So I'm sitting here right now living out something that I wished for. I remember I wished on stars. I wished on the Big Dipper. I went and prayed about it that it would happen in the church. I asked if I could from my parents and any relative, all my relatives. I asked, I asked random adults, as friends of a friends of my parents. I mean, yeah, I did. Like, do you think I can become this? I want to be so bad. I want to do this. And all I was told each time, even when I was holding regular playing poker cards, you could be anything you want to be. That's all the adult would say. You could. It's nothing in this world you cannot be. You stick with what you plan to do, and you'll do it. You'll do it. I trust you. And it was like that was like confirmation. Like they was giving me these little confirmation, like these little seeds. And here I am today, comfortably reading for people, and now I'm able to give comfort back. So that's okay. Anyways, I'm gonna stop there. This is a lot. It's a lot to think about. Okay, okay, guides, what's going on? Um, mm-hmm. So I guess my day starts tomorrow. Mm-hmm. And yeah, today is just a day that just really just describes or, helps us to see that no, psychics do to read um, like January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, and so happen October, November, December, and all year, all we read all year round. And you know what? Psychics read on holidays, especially December holidays, because these are the times that are the most hardest for people, because sometimes, whether from being alone, uh, the spouse not together with the spouse anymore, or the spouse has moved on, has cheated, moved out of the house, spouse has maybe passed on, transitioned. People has lost loved ones around this time, and just in thought and reminiscence, and just need somebody to talk to, just dealing with life stuff. Yes, December or the holidays, the toughest. So who's on the other end? Psychics. So we're there, so yes, we work beyond. Oh, if you didn't know, November 1st is the Day of the Dead, or the 1st and the 2nd is Day of the Dead. Um, Also, not only celebrated by Latin America, but also uh, uh, Catholic. So, but I mean, tomato, tomato. All I'm saying is we're not bound to just October. And what I know, I'm not trying to pick on anybody, but every year is the same thing. It's like people who it's like the circle of prophets like kicked these people out and said, "Get out of here. You're not part of the group anymore." So they come out and they say, psychics only, like, oh, this is a season of the psychics, or it's like no, like, as in we only come out in October. Like, wait a minute, ask your congregation. Your congregation is reading with us in March. They want to know what their summer is going to be like. It's what their summer's looking like. You know, like like June, July. So it just, it's just sometimes it's just kind of like, it's just annoying. It's just annoying. That's all. It's not, I'm not like, I'm not gonna pretend like I'm not super furious. I'm not like super furious. It was just a little bit annoying. But it's just insane, how people think sometimes. I'm like, did you know that when December or November comes, we're gonna be on the phone being very patient with your congregants because you have so many people around and you got your own family to attend to, and you're not going to want to give them the time of the day, and you're going to, and you're going to do what you do, which is what you need to do. But when no one is around, when no one is looking, and they in their house, that part, just like, just like, what's his name? Blessed one, the beloved one. I know his name isn't David, but T.D. Jakes says it's the hardest. You know what he's talking about when you're in the house and the lights are dim, and it looks like at the church when the lights have been turned out and everybody's time to go, but you last one straggling out. But this is your living room, and you're like, what do I do? And you're trying to give it all over, and then you need to say, I need a spiritual connection. The psychic is like, I've never done this before. I don't know. Then a person calls and get the most prolific experience that it's like a wow. It's a transcendental experience. I think that's what they would call it. And we do this. We can do this year round, but in particular November, December. But surpassing, October is just so simple. October is a beautiful month. That's not. This is not to take away from October. October is a very beautiful month. I love October. This time of harvest. I love the colors. I do too love the magical, mystical feeling you start to get just before you go into the spiritual and the warmth. Everybody all come together and warm fuzzies as November kicks in. I love that too. But I also love when people are like, I'm ready for March. I'm ready to march and be mad. Like I'm ready like uh April, I love when people say, so to the top of the fiscal business year, January, what do you see? I love those kind of questions. So, I mean, it's more than just about, I mean, if I could only just work October month, I don't know if that would be a privilege. I think it would be boring, to be honest, because I would say to myself, see, in fact, for the past few weeks, I've recently been learning. I've been like playing with a little bit of energy, doing little bit of this and that, and I want the three spiritual months, the last quarter of the year, October, November, December. I want the other months to feel like these 3 months, like the same feelings that I get, and I achieved it. Like I have been feeling really great. So like um, whether if it's in the we're in the month of December or not, if we are just in August, that's when I started experimenting with it. I felt great in August, the same as I would in December, the same as I am going to in December. And I did this because I'm trying to break off this track of, okay, I got for this day, I've got to like be this amazing, astounding person. on by this certain day, or these very specified days. I don't want to. I don't want my life at this stage to be like that. Like, I would love to be able to have a cookout, just to have a cookout, or go to one, or just cook out, or something. I would rather that than have to wait till for like Memorial Day. It's time that I can go to have a picnic. You know, like I have on a regular day gone like sort of put together a bag and drinks and all that, and took myself out to way out into the wild, and had a picnic. And actually I fell asleep. And when I fell asleep, okay, when I was awake, it was all clear blue, fair weather, bright. And I had drank and ate. And then I remember I was on the grass, shoes kicked off, and I knew to turn off the phone so they couldn't call me into the work. And I was like this, and I just went to sleep. I woke up because it was sprinkling on me, and I woke up and it was clouds. It was cloudy, and it was sprinkling like light sprinkles. And I packed everything up. And the altar, we have like an altar that was like off to the side. Yeah, the altar was off to we have where I go is an altar where people go there and they stack up stones like this. They stack them up, and every time you go there, they're stacked up differently. And sometimes they'll leave like a little trinket on because it's a big stone as well that supports all this activity. Because sometimes you might even have like, I even gone there where you had like two formations of little stone towers that people have built. And I just love going there to see like what it looks like today and so forth. And so of course it was fitting that I'd be having a picnic there, just feeling like a wizard. And yeah, and just had enough. It was like, I feel really great, a little full. And I just like, I was laying there and I was like, and I snoozed. Yep. Not a care in the world. Woke up with sprinkling. Sprinkles are waking me up. Cloudy. I just saw a video. More uh, diners are eating alone. Dinners. More dinners. Diners are eating. Uh, Now I've always have done this. But I have an impeccable etiquette, and I just have high etiquette. Like, people, okay, we would go on trips, and I knew like all my utensils would be on one side, and I knew which forks to use, and I would use my fork to do things. I was apt to leave the tip, and they're like, "What are you, 40?" Yeah, and so okay, so why I say that? Because I bought my girlfriends when I used to be a boy. I bought my girlfriend. I bought my girlfriend. I bought my girlfriend's prom dress. Because one thing I hated was um, it was like, because how adults, at least our adult generation would say, you got to learn responsibility. You got to know money don't grow on trees. You got to do this. Did you do this? Did you do that? Okay, then I'll buy you. I'm like, dude, buy her the dress. Okay. So I bought the dress so she could keep it, and then because I didn't even tell her that she could keep it. I bought her the dress, and then, but see, when we went to go pick out what we were gonna wear, we went together, so that's how it happened. So I had already set it up, and then I bought her a cruise. I bought her what I was gonna say croissant, the corsage. Her dad said minimal. He would buy her one as well. He bought her a blue one. I bought her a white one. Our theme was, of course, we're gonna wear white, pure white, head to toe white, and she she wears so she wears his first, and then I explained to her, just at some point in the evening, don't tell me when, just magically do it. I'm kind of fun. So I was like, oh, just put it on. This I don't even tell me. So eventually I saw that she actually was wearing the one that I bought her. And then she was like, "Oh, don't worry. I'll bring you the dress so you can return it tomorrow." I was like, "Oh, no need. It's bought and paid for. So like it actually belongs to you. You can look back and remember maybe in your next life, in the other one, or next life. I mean, like when you're an adult, if you ever happen to have a daughter, maybe you could pass along on to her. This is from your time, and you can always remember how good we were. So we can remember us. So I had this etiquette, right? So I'm like, so I know, so if you just happen to be in company with me, and depending on what we are doing, I do also like, okay, I kind of like, I'm also from the South, so I kind of like, I like the cow, cowgirl, like open my own door, like take charge, like she'll punch a man in the nose, and then I'll dare the man not to, I mean, like to do something, I love those kind of teammates. Uh, if we have to dive over a fence, like she's like only like a few steps behind me, she can dive over the fence too. Yeah. So I mean, like, yeah, like if like opening up the door for her, paying for her meal, you know, uh, I don't think twice about it. It's not even a question. It's not like you got me next time. It's not. Like you didn't get me nothing when I asked you. You didn't do this. You didn't give me a soda. Well, can you at least get me a salad? I'm like, yes, got it. Not a problem. Not a issue. Don't even think about trying to put that back in my pocket. And that it's like, so I do that. But now when I'm stag, cause yeah, I am a stag. I like to go out, and I like to go out alone, and that's why I can't have a lot of people following me. Like a lot of people are like, yeah, we're gonna go out. We're gonna be, like the six and a dime, and we're gonna be like anybody. I do. I think I go out into the world better when I just go by myself. I love going by, like being the only one. Um, and so when I do that, I'm out there by myself, and I'm just so I when I sit there, I'm just eating by myself. But if I'm at a bar, and if I happen to talk to a lady, and she's cool, but she has to be cool though. I'll try my best to ask her if I can cover one or two of her drinks. So I do it like that. Like I don't be like, let me get all your drinks tonight. You ain't gotta worry about nothing, sugar. Come keep me company, honey. I don't do all that. I'll just say like, you know, like um like if we're just happening to talking, and we're like, yeah, yeah, I was just coming here, I was just relaxing, just watching this and watching that. Oh, that's so funny. Hey, do you mind if I get you another drink? I'm getting my drink right now. And then, oh, don't mind. Yeah, sure, sure. Boom. drink covered or a few drinks covered, and then that's it. Then I'd go my own merry way. So it's not that I'm not social, and it doesn't mean that I don't know how to be. It's just that I think I have more fun as I travel by myself. I can have more fun. I don't have to worry about anybody in my group getting beat up, and I don't have to worry about anybody in my group getting me and wrapped up in the group, in a compromising situation where the business people are saying, like looking at me like, you know, like who raised me or something. So I just think I just survive better alone. I survive better outside of the community. Outside. You want a sidekick? The side you got if you have to experience sidekick, you gotta experience a sidekick at least once in your life. The Lone Ranger. Yeah, I like being the Lone Ranger. You Tonto. You have to. You gotta experience it once. It's the most amazing thing when you have somebody that you can count on like that, like that. And actually, but you got but see if you're gonna have a sidekick, you gotta be ready. That's the one thing. If your sidekick lift off, you better lift. You better be lift. If yeah, if I was like a sus, if I was like if I'm like the one who is in the back looking at everything, observer, and the sidekick pops up, and the Long Ranger doesn't, I'm gonna be disappointed. I would be disappointed. Now, like I said, though I like to travel alone because there may be somebody in the group that's like, like this. Oh, did you see that? You see how that person who's doing all that work and serving and just put all their food in front of us? Did you just see that? They just put all this food in front of us so we could eat and then presented with the bread and asked us if everything was all right, but didn't even ask me if I wanted an extra glass of water. I mean, like, what kind of place is this? I would have asked if the person who I'm serving, you know, well, let's see. So do you all, is it not in your policy to ask for, I know you give, okay, to ask for, if you would like another glass of water, it's like, they haven't even started on the glass they've got. And they only order it, it's only water. It's like, is it not in your policy? Oh, I just wait to wait till you're almost finished. Well, actually, I would like another glass of water. Thank you, please. I that person, what I would do if we had a long day, I would say, hey, y'all, let's go to the pier. And then we go to the pier and we all like four of us. And then I was like, yeah, let's go look at the ski people, they're skiing. And we'd be like, and leave them right at the pier, baby. And I'm telling you, this whole group would be thinned out. It would just be me, by 10 because by midnight I know I'm gonna have a great time alone. Okay, yeah. Rest easy and be at peace and have beautiful dreams. Hmm. Yeah, I love readings. Yeah, it's my 3 days off. It is my 3 day off. I get to do whatever I want to do. I want to do. I could do it anything I want to do for 3 days. I'm off for 3 days. Yeah, I fasted. I did my fast. I do crazy fasts. I fasted. I was instructed to eat a special salad, not the leaves and the tomatoes and the dressing, but I ate my salad. Oh my gosh. Oof. So then, oh yeah, I ate that salad. It was good, delicious. Stayed hydrated. At my fast. Um, And yep, and I'm off for 3 days. This is my first day in. It's not even midnight. I get 6, 7, and 8 off. Then I come back on the 9th in the morning, or 3 a.m. or 9 o'clock UK time. Yep. But thanks for visiting. Thank you for coming in and visiting and saying hello and chatting it up with me a little bit, with me and hanging out. Uh, Having a little bit of fun, enjoying our little conversation. It's just that I I don't really like to sleep. I don't really like to sleep. I'm in the place in my head, and I think, you know what? You really need to connect with people. In fact, you need to plan each and every single day what you're going to do in life and really, really connect and really be a part of the waking world. That's how I think. So if I'm asleep, I know I'm not doing that. Only time I like to sleep is when I'm having vision dreams. I love vision dreams. I love having visions. Visions are amazing. hmm Vi- Visions are what life is made of. You've got to have visions. So, hmm you've got to have vision. This is so beautiful. You've got to dream and you've got to listen to the vision. But you can't like dream and sleep. Just sleep. You sleep. You sleep. You can't just sleep. No, no. You've got to connect with people. I'm so happy I have a lot of energy. You know, and no one can't put this energy. This energy. Look, people have told me that in order to have this level of energy to be where I'm at, a lot of people actually have to, unfortunately, they have to use drugs, alcohol to get to this. So but fortunately for me, my energy is not easy to latch on to. And these days it's even getting tougher because not even, like even pen whipping is not bringing my energy down. Yeah, people can't like, I won't give you a gift. I won't sign the contract. And I'm like choosing. I already chose. Like, I already know. I want to be in Zen. Thanks. Zen over partnerships. Mm, I love my Zen. So, that's how I deal with things. We deal with things from time to time. Very easy. And make sure that everything works out because we always keep things together in their proper place. That's how we deal with things. hmm Yeah, that is how we deal with things. Yeah, um, oh my gosh. Oh, This particular in particular, or this day in particular, I have to, let me see. Well, I see. The thing is, I already have my thumbnails ready to go. I mean, for my shows. Is it already midnight? That was fast. Where did the time go? Oh my gosh. It's already six. It's already six. Oh, it's the six already. Well, we are moving. We're full steam ahead into our uh, day off. Great. First day off. Okay. It's day one. Nice. Wonderful. Wow. It's midnight. I know I like to come on late. I know. Well, I haven't figured that out yet, like proper times yet. Maybe I catch on. Now, you all remember, please, um, like on YouTube when I'm live, I do have fun, so I might say some wild things and maybe even some embellished things. But to be honest, in my psychic readings, I don't talk like that. Okay, it's all proper in my in uh, in my readings to my clients on the phone. They paid for the reading. Okay, so I'm just saying. Um, but I just, sometimes I think about that. I'm like, how am I going to enjoy myself and be, you know, creative and interesting and psychic and do tarot card readings and uplift and teach about higher consciousness, all of that at the same time. All I can come up with is be yourself. Be yourself. Like you'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. Just do it. So that's why what I've come up with is just enjoy and try to enjoy what I do, because if I don't enjoy it, it's not going to work out. It's not going to last, and it's going to get lost, and I'm not going to know what to do next because it just won't come together properly. And I'll never really have experience a breakthrough. But see, this is also the height I need to be. This height or this level is the only way I feel comfortable writing. So I kind of need it. I need to be at this level. Hold on. Ooh. Hmm. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I'm working on it. I am working on it. You all. I know when my channel is flooding with people, flooding with questions and wondering like, what are you doing? What are you about? I'm gonna have all of that already in place because I started backwards. So it's like, since I started backwards, I already know where it's going or where it could potentially go. Even though there's what do you call it, directions, multiple directions to go, but I know how to get there. I know how to make it pop. I know how to make it happen. So that part's going to be fun when I not only just have accessibility, but also the resources to make it happen. Hmm. And I'm starting to see that too. More, I'm starting, and I love that idea. More and more celebrities are actually like truly living their lives as celebrity. Like they're not no longer waiting for someone to give them the ability to put on a show. They're like, I'll just simply go get a place for my grassroots. They call it grassroots, by the way. My grassroots, my base, your base is the same as grassroots base. They used to call it grassroots, and then your base is what they call it today, but they're the same thing. And do something with them. I mean, so imagine I'm doing that. Like I've got, if you want to say grassroots, and I'm able to do the wonderful things that I intend to do. And it's fun, as amazing as it's going to be. That is going to be amazing. And, you know, and help them and do things like that. Do things for them, even. That's my goal. That's my goal. That's what I'm going to do. I got this. Because I figure you want to become up, you want to become up there, right? To do all those things. Um, Third party is not going to let you. Fine. Then you got to create even the you even have to create the stairs. You have to create the stairs to climb. Yes. I'm going I'm creating the staircase of success, which I'm going to climb myself and in my achievement. That's right. That's what I have to do. That's what I have to do. I have to get to where I'm going somehow. Yeah, yeah. This is the era where it's not just, you know, somebody gives you a fishing net. You better go out there and fish. This is like, you need a bridge. My my goodness, you better build that bridge. You better build a bridge. Build that bridge. Hey, Mickey Haji, how you doing? How are you? I hope you're well. I hope you're well. It's I had to label this live. My this is it's well, okay. My off day started out at 2 p.m. But I usually just say 6. So I'm 30 minutes in to day number 1 of my off day, even though it started out at 2 p.m. And all that means I unplugged my phone, and now I get to just sit in my zen and just be amazing and just be at the top in the heights of, yeah, up the height of my powers, you know. So I get to do everything and anything that I want to do. I worked with all of my clients. You know, I'm renowned. I'm a renowned psychic. So working with my clients, uh, I did a lot of fasting. Oh my gosh, I do crazy fasts, and I was shown a salad, but not the leaves and the tomato and such. But oh my gosh, that salad is so delicious, so delicious. So I am I'm in a different energy. Like I got a different vibe going on here. This is a way different vibe. I'm out of my right now. I'm out of my head voice. I'm more in my natural. There's a natural voice and your head voice. So I'm in my natural voice. I'm in my natural voice. And so earlier I was like humming in the natural because I was trying to do the natural, but my voice wants to go to head voice. So sometimes. So I was like, oh my gosh. But I stopped. I said, nope, we're not done. We got to stay in this space because I want to do some writing in this space, in this energy. I want to post on this energy. I think it'll be great. Oh, I also have my own shop. So, yeah. So, I'm becoming very okay. So, I am connected to five famous psychics. When I say five famous psychics, I mean up there like with Tom Holland, John Edwards. So, all five of them, there's five from the UK. So, I work with United Kingdom. And so, all of that world, the kingdoms, the kings and the queens, um, the the uh, the A what's it called, EUA, which is Arab Kingdom, all of that. But Africa, South Africa, all of that, Australia, there's some people from America, they call France and all. So all of these places, only the top companies in America. So I'm the pinnacle of what I do. I'm at the pinnacle of what I do. I'm renowned and I'm not famous. They are famous. That's why I said five famous psychics. I'm just renowned. And I work with basically I work with their clients. I work with their clients, and that's how these lights are on. That's why I can go onto my YouTube channel anytime I want. That's how it happens. Oh my gosh, oh, my phone was ringing like nonstop. I would put it down and it would go ring it again. I had to pick it up. And the real kicker is that sometimes okay, some people spirit battle, or everybody's spirit battle is different. My spirit battle was, oh no, you don't get me to forget that I'm cooking this great meal. I'm gonna go turn down the fire right now so I don't burn my meal, because after I get done, talking with you and log out, I'm gonna have a fantastic home cooked meal. So that's a spirit battle for me. That's the extent of a spirit battle for me, for psychic. So so I did that, and and I just said, I've got to get really used to and fall in love with the idea of going live on YouTube. YouTube has not hired me yet, so I do not work for YouTube yet. Okay, but I'm establishing my. It's going pretty well. I'm established. I got my business is registered with TikTok. So, and also have a TikTok shop. Oh, why? What are you selling? A mop? No, no, no. This or that, because you need that. You could use it. Okay, blah 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 blah. No, no. A book is for my books that I'm going to be writing. So like when I publish a book, I sell it through my TikTok shop. But as far as I know, yeah, of course, TikTok link. I can use the TikTok link anywhere, and then people could just get the book if they want. I've got to figure out, but I want to figure out someday. Now, even though my some of my videos are having ads run on them, I'm not in the program, so I don't know what it looks like. So I don't. I'm hoping that I will be able to sell the book just through YouTube, because by the way, that's how I want to run my like. So it's like, well, aren't you gonna be like have your own and like be your own famous psychic? Well, that looks like, and without me even trying, that seems like where it's heading. And so I would basically want to sell the book directly. I want everything to come through YouTube and TikTok, all services. In fact, Spirit said the only way that people can get a reading from you outside of, through the channels of through the UK is through whether if it's TikTok or YouTube, and it really depends on and it depends on where in the area of either platform that I happen to be in, because I have to also be in a very special platform for it. So whether that, albeit members, it could be in the members, subscriptions, for that's what they call theirs. So, but I can also run events. So yeah, I can run events, and people come to the events because events can become about my book. So that's how, yeah. So that's what we're doing these days. That's what we're doing. Oh my gosh, that's what we're doing. So yeah, I'm already, I'm getting in. Since I am renowned. There's no doubt about that. I am renowned. Um, I'm not famous, but I'm already. We need more books, and in fact, they need like I would say the high school like, we're talking about um, classes that uh, young adults, people like myself, really actually need books on. Even though, well, not anymore. I don't need any information on credit cards anymore. I mean, now we know how, but on credit cards, um, not balancing a checkbook, specifically credit cards. And oh, when you come famous, like how to maneuver society famous. They need a class. You might as well start them young, because people are like becoming famous literally on their own, like from their kitchen, becoming famous. But I'm like, you're like up at 3 a.m. in the morning, like books on like famous etiquettes. Like, okay, then you hear famous people say, young ones say, I have a therapist. Like, get a therapist. Like, so my big one, like I'm a metaphysical practitioner. That's a degree for me. But my biggest one is privacy. I have to protect my. Yeah, they told me that I can't. I'm not allowed to give out my cell phone numbers no more. I used to didn't care. I was like, yeah, here's my number, but not anymore. Not anymore. Now I have a link, and I have a software, and there's no download. It's just, if I ever decide to do it, it's just a matter of, here's a link. Click on the link. There you are. It's just uh, it could go FaceTime, or it could just go voice to voice, and it's just like having a regular phone conversation. I already tried it. I tested it, and it's perfect. So universe was like, yeah, yeah, you can only do that. I'm like, okay. It's like I have some psychic uh what no, famous spirits around me. I have like some famous celebrity spirits that have been moving around, coming around, and like telling me stuff, like telling me what I should do, what I should be doing. Like to, especially especially always in the area of protecting myself. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. So then, on the other hand, which remind me of another vision. Well, it was kind of like a vision dream. It's kind of personal. I don't know if I want want to share it though. I probably will leave that one alone. I think I'll leave that one alone because yeah, that was a little private. But it was a crazy dream though. Hmm. Some wild dreams. So hold on 1 second. Let me shuffle these up real quick. And so more and more and more, these guides are like coming through and like letting me know that we're heading to a very interesting conversation. So today is going to be the okay, so it's the first day of many shows that I'm going to do. In these shows, a lot of them are going to be just, about like topics. These topics are challenging, but they're going to be interesting nonetheless. The topics are interesting, and there's a lot that goes into them. A lot of these topics, a lot of these topics are going to push the line, and that's what I know people are like, but why do you got to push the line? Because, well, so far I've done these topics, and my clients, like, they have called me like never before. So I don't see what the big punishment's gonna be if I choose to do, these topics. And plus, I've got the thumbnails already ready to go. We're already ready to do the shows. So, yep, it's today. Today is the big day. Hmm. Yeah. But I've also been waiting for I'm waiting for a new part for my device so that I can, be more, like at least in the technology realm, a little bit more efficient. So I'm waiting for that to happen. But once that does, I'm telling you, it's going to come together. It's going to come together. Not a problem. It'll work out. But yes, I have just today I have just as many shows to do on TikTok as I do on YouTube because I want both information to be quite different so that it's just not the same. That's my goal. So more and more that means YouTube and TikTok could potentially, most likely will take over the the employment aspect, I guess. Mm, it most likely will. It's going to be very difficult to let this my work go if that ever happened. I almost hate to say it out loud, but I'm pretty sure that eventually, I mean, of course, we all grow, but I tend to actually stay with wherever I work. I create lasting and long term relationships. So yeah, it's probably gonna be a toughie. But I think that this one is gonna be the toughest line that I've ever walked away from. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. But only way it would happen is that because I established everything that I'm supposed to with both TikTok, because my book would be published by then as well, and also YouTube is doing fantastic, and most importantly, without undoubtedly, it would have I would be in the program. That would be the only. Of course, now the first day in program, that ain't gonna make me do anything, but it would at least definitely would get me in that direction. Now, whenever I look at this through my psychic visions, I always get. I know it's clearly, obviously, for me, 2025. Um, but oftentimes I'm seeing like July, July. I'm seeing like July, and but not me leaving. I'm just saying where I have the ability to see over into the landscape of things to see how like everything works more or less, and then make some maybe decisions going out forward. Hmm. And oh, I just rubbed that on me like it was butter, like it was shea butter. I'm like rubbing on me like give it here. Oh my gosh. I'm like, give it here, please. I could use it. Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh my gosh. Um, let's see. We are where are we at? Okay. Well, I'm doing pretty good for time. It's like, oh no. It's not a little while longer. So, yeah, it's a lot going on here, this one. You know, I just keep going, making all these energies work out. That's what I do. Turn energy, flip it out and use it for something. That's what I do with it. Redirect it. That's my thing. And, but it's interesting to work with people and they're like, how does that work? I'm like, it's kind of like, well, once you see how it works, you'll get it. You'll understand. I always describe it though like balance beams. Like if you have the balance beams and you put whatever the energy here and energy here, and I know that people can shift their energy. When they shift their energy, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're shifting their consciousness. Um, so that means that people have to literally shift their intent. Even if they don't shift the consciousness or what person is thinking is not even important. And then if you can if I should say if I can get them, sometimes it works, sometimes they're like, I just can't. But if they do, then they shift, and I refer to it as the sacrifice. They get hoisted up. Consciously, they still may not even know what's going on. They're like, what is going on? Where am I at? What did you do? So, but both a man and a woman have they both groups have actually said to me, since reading with you, it's my life has been like a movie. They feel like they're in a movie. So I think that's beautiful for them to feel that way. I like that idea. So it's also come up as a bit of a compliment, and so I guess I'm just have to get better at like helping to map things out. Help people to feel as though that they are the center of that movie. I'm like, I'm okay with you believing and feeling this way, but just be the main character. Like I always tell people, I know you want to know what's going on with this other person and how they feel and are they going to be mad or are they sad? But I'm like, what's more important for me to in this reading is that you're sad. If you like if you that you're happy, you're not sad, you're not mad, and you're looking towards something bigger and brighter. That's my goal. So in this reading, so I always do a lot of reinforcement as well in my with along with my psychic predictions. Especially I do reinforce like I'm reinforcing when there are people who are like they're just very concerned with people who they're just in aligned with, and they are trying to gauge these individuals and they don't know um, what's going on the other side, what they're thinking and feeling. It's not even about, oh, is this person like in disagreement or angry or don't want to be a part of their world or anything like that. No, it's not about any of that. It's not about that. It's not about, well, what if this person is like challenged? What if this person is always angry? Is that's where it's coming from? It's like, and they don't want to talk. It's not even about that. It's really about if my client begins to realize that they are the star of their own movie, or they're the center of their own lives, or the reality that they're experiencing. They're inviting people in. Like I can invite you in, but I also get to decide how, or excuse me, I get to decide who I invite in. Then I get to decide how this person is invited in. So I start to give them these kinds of information and get them in more in their dominant vibration rather than, so I have to guide them out of their passive vibrations into their more dominant vibrations. That's what I do. That is what I do. And sometimes, yes, every now and when, but I only do it at special times. Like I just can't just do it on a whim. It just has to kind of call for it. When it calls for it and then it happens, it just naturally happens on its own, and it's not something that I like, not necessarily that I trigger. It's just like I'll read somebody and they'll just be in the frame of mind where I'm saying, so you want this to happen, right? But sometimes now is but I it always in a situation where they're like holding on to the table and they're like, I want that star, and they're reaching for it and they're reaching for it. And then so then here I pop up and they're like talking to me, and I'm like looking up at what they're looking up at this star, and they're like, "You want that, don't you?" And they're like, "Yeah, I want it. Yeah." And so that's where the sacrifice is. It's like, but sometimes the table can represent a person. Like you may have to make a choice. If they make then they might make a choice, and they get thrust up to the star, and they're way up there and they're like holding on to their seats. So they're like, oh my gosh, where am I at? Like then they start asking me, what did I do? I'm like, you did all the work. You're the one that had to make the decision. You're the one that had to deal with all of this entire time. You get all the credit. So that's the way that I present the information. That's how I create the balance for people and get them in the direction that they're meant to go. That's how I do it. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. That's how it works out. So, mm-hmm. And that's also why people are calling me all the time. That's why they call. That's why they connect. That's why it's always, that's why I'm always going to be in a good place, I think. Only thing I'm like struggling with, and why it would be very difficult to walk away from um, the traditional way of me providing readings, because I know without I know 1,000% my clients are going to they're, they're going to keep going. They're going to show up. They're going to they're going to ring my phone. So I know 1,000%. So it kind of makes me nervous to think that I would put that in the in like in the risk sector with uh, the clients of that uh, that may come through YouTube, may come through TikTok. I'm That's why I know that it's not going to be the easiest decision to make. It won't be the easiest decision. Like, it would have to be extra phenomenal, ordinary, all of that for me to make that decision. I would say, hmm, yeah, I would have to think about it, actually. I will have to think about it in order to, yeah, that part's probably going to take a while, because every time I think about it, I just want to shake my head. No, there's no way. I'm not giving up my clients. Then what's going to make it even harder is because I'm I'm really bonding with the clients that I have. So the clients that I take on to myself, I claim them. I they're connected with me on such a spiritual level. Like it's like nearly empathic. Like they trust me with their livelihood, like so, and family, even the families, members of the families, so the household, their houses, their jobs, their education. So like it's gonna be very difficult to like, yeah, I'm not gonna be able just to do it. I mean, right now I'm talking big, like, oh yeah, yeah, running my own this and that. I think that this will probably, what will probably happen is that I will continue with working with my clients, and then this will be something, that I just established as just, something for myself, just something just, that helps me to like continue to sharpen and perfect and work with my skills as a psychic to better, even better, work with my clients. And then other people who, you know, they may join the journey, they may come along for the journey. I can work with them. I can. Absolutely. Or maybe, like today, I'm doing some crazy videos, live streams. I'm doing some crazy live streams, and there might be a few people who enjoy those. There might be. There just might be. We're going to see, though. We're absolutely going to see. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So looking for it, looking towards, looking forward, thrilled about it. Because, yeah, I need to tap into all of that good energy. Mm-hmm. Building. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm building all of this from the YouTube, YouTube up, YouTube, TikTok up. And I tell you what, I'm not gonna be too eager, like I'm not even gonna wanna I'm not gonna wanna do interviews. I'm not gonna wanna do any of that. I'm not gonna be interested in any of that or none of that. Mm-mm. Because once I already know, I know me, I know my heart. But every time I say stuff like that, it's so funny. Like, the what do you call it? What is it called? The the icon for Netflix always says, "Not even for me." All I see is big red N and neon saying, "Not for me." Yes, not even for you, Netflix. Not even for you. No, no. All I want is to have the mobility. And if I just happen to get the mobility, because I would only want any of those things, because that's what I would expect them to do. Those things would just give me mobility. But if I drive past that and just end up with the mobility, I already know. I know myself. I'm going to be asking, then what is this for? I won't understand. It won't make sense to me because I'm gonna want to just say no. I want to focus. I don't want to take away from this. No, I need to focus. I need to put all my energy into this, and um, because I will have all the ability to. Because to be honest, I can write and create a story myself, and I get to tell the story myself. So, and you're gonna see that today. And if you have followed, I can be plenty provocative, plenty, and I love writing. I love a phenomenal, mind-bending psychic story, and a story that no one has told because no one's really interested in these stories until they're there. No one's interested in these stories that I'm talking about, or types of story I'm talking about for psychics, until I start talking about the stories for psychics. And they're like, what? It's like they're hearing this stuff for the first time. I know there's nothing new under the sun, but people begin to engage in these stories, and uh, uh, YouTube do favor them too, and I enjoy it. So there's that, what do you call it, the reward. I get that reward from it. There's a reward element, energy from it. Yeah. Yes. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Where were we at? Okay, it's 106. Now we're pushing into some territories. It's one been 106. My goodness. My gosh. I have to get used to this. See, being plugged in to this, the energy of being live on the YouTube energy is different. It's a different kind of energy. And I like it, but the flavor or the taste, it's like an acquired taste. It's a the TikTok's energy tastes different than YouTube's energy. I'm gonna be honest with you. TikTok energy is like high in sugar. It's high in sugar. So, you have to you can go in there, but you can't be like going there like trying to eat every like you can't just go in there just grabbing stuff. Yeah, you gotta like pace. I think when I go in there, I have to like pace. I have to always go in there and like with an idea. And but okay, YouTube is more like it's like it's like you're going to a potluck or a dinner at another person's place, and they invite you, but guess what? They want you to eat. Yeah, they want you to eat the thing that you've never had before. So it's different. It's not that it's not good, it's just that it's different. It's so it just so you're like, this is gonna take some getting used to. So I mean, okay, like I like all spices except one kind of spice. I don't know which spice it was. I think it was a sauce, and it was a sauce in California. It wasn't. It was like obnoxious spice. It wasn't hot. It wasn't because of the hot. It's because when you taste it, it it's like a mouthful of pepper, and so all the pepper is like it shoots up into the sinuses, which it might be really great for that. Like it might really be great for people who have that problem. I don't have that problem. That's why I can go anywhere where anywhere and not have no sinus problems. But some people do, and I think it would be great for that. It's just obnoxious. It's just an obnoxious sauce, hot sauce, and I don't know the name of it, but I avoid it. So YouTube is kind of vibrationally. It can feel like that sometimes, like you have to kind of like plug in. The plug in process into the YouTube energy, it's much better. So yeah, it's one of those things where I just had to come in and I just had to sit in it and like rough it out. I'm like, keep at it, keep at it. And I can't because I'm always because since I'm an energy person, I'm like, okay, what? First of all, what am I supposed to feel? But I would like look up and go into the energy space, and to be honest, all I would see is I don't want it wouldn't be dark, but it would just be like just dark, just little dark elements. I'm like, I have to awaken all of this energy. I don't even know what I'm doing or if what I'm doing is even working. So it's all of that business. So I'm getting a little bit more, as you say, aligned. in the energy. I'm getting a little bit aligned, a little bit more accustomed to the flavor here, the taste. And yeah, that's why I think that the content that I present to YouTube has to uniquely just be YouTube. It has to be in YouTube's menu. Yeah, so that's what I put together so far. This is what I think I know at 51 videos, and I have not seen behind, like what is behind once you make it into the program. I haven't seen it yet, but this is what I have concluded. Okay, but it's gonna get better though. It's gonna get easier for me. I know. It's more and more. I keep practicing, more and more. I get used to it, and but today I'm gonna get my work in. Yep, I'm gonna get my work in. Um, because every time I do this, like I'll come in, I'll do like I'll mess around with my cards and be spiritual, be psychic. You already know what happens next. Either I'm gonna read something holy, a holy ancient script, or I'm going to um, I'm going to like talk about something that's going on in the world. So, which if you said something about the world, isn't it? You got it. I have to talk about something about the world, and it's gonna be amazing, and we're all gonna love it because it's gonna be, I don't just come in and just commentate, but I'm speaking from a psychic point of view. So it's supposed to be the ambiance of the whole psychic sees all, psychic sees in the stars for such and such subject going on in the world, what to expect next, 2024, 2025. So yeah, it's gonna be, it's that's the kind of like the theme here. So yeah, it's kind of like that thing. It's kind of like my turn to take the reign. I'm blessed with the ability to actually see that stuff, to see those things. Um, oh yeah, I got enough information to go. Like, if anyone ever, okay, so this is how they used to do psychics. Like, you would have to, okay, in order to be a professional psychic, they wouldn't you know how like jobs have to have references. For psychics you would have to have like it went from two at one point to needing three um, uh, sourceable predictions that have been published through some news outlet. So, and then on top of that, then you get to just to be tested. Then you're going to be tested. They don't do that today, but except American psychics do. So I could do Americans. I can be on American psychics, but yeah, you have to have three published reputable uh, predictions that can be sourced through news outlet. So I could at least get to the part where you're tested, at least minimal, and then tested, and then if you pass the psychic tests, which by the way are two two psychic readings, just two or three, but two test reads. I mean, two psychic test readings. Um, okay, so myself, I have uh, like okay, all of my predictions I posted on I got them on my YouTube, TikTok. So I mean, like if I were just like to say, like if somebody were to say, okay, what work have you done? Okay, we could talk client for client all day, dollar for dollar. Okay, but do you have any like big predictions like in the world, like a world event type? type of thing. I'm like, yep, yes, I do. Lots of them. Controversial ones at that. In fact, um, I've had to pull a few from YouTube, and only for them to talk about it on the news like a week after. But I was smart because I only put them in private, and they're up long enough to be at least the thumbnail to be seen. And I have pieces of them on TikTok, and I just know the story. So if I need to go back and talk about it again, I can. So I can support what I say, things that I say. So yeah, so I'm gonna have so in other words, so you're adding a few more videos to your repertoire of you making predictions about what's going on in the world. Yes, and it's as easy as I'm saying it for me. It's that easy. It's so easy for me to do. It's so natural for me to do it. It's only thing that it actually like going live and saying these things was not my concern. I wasn't even worried about that. It was whether YouTube would allow me to say those things on the platform. That's the only worry I had. So that just lets you know how easy this is for me. hmm Yeah, it's not it's not hard. It's not difficult, and I love to do it. I love to do it, and what emboldened me to say, you know what, I have to do it, even if they tell me no. I have to try to even if I have to learn how to say it and articulate it in a way where it does not offend the platform. I will do that. I'm just really great at doing it. If I didn't think I was great at doing it, it would make no sense to keep doing something that no one is watching, right? Because I would do these videos, and I'm telling you, no one watched those videos. I wasn't doing it for people to watch them. I was recording them because this is what I saw, and I'm sharing what I'm seeing. So it had nothing to do with people. I didn't mind if the number stayed zero. People, end up watching it, of course, or at least they click on it. But even if they didn't watch it, that is something that actually happened, that I said, that in my predictions, in my visions, through my readings, information I received and shared onto the into YouTube. So it wasn't for to get the big prediction of the century, and it's going to like spiral, like I'm gonna go up and up and up. Nope, that wasn't why. Had nothing to do with that. That doesn't have anything to do with the fame. I mean, only thing is this: if someone were to, let's say, um, say, well, like psychics are bad. Psychics, they only read in October, November. They play on the emotions of others. I would just simply say, well, if you wouldn't mind, allow me to take you on a journey, and I can share with you my findings. And if you still feel the same way, that's fine. Even coming into it, what you can leave with the way you feel. But just speaking for myself, this is what I have, and you'll be amazed. I mean, if I start talking, I could just go on and on and on and on about them, and that's cool. I think that's amazing that I can do that. I love doing it, and I'm great at it, and I'm gonna keep doing it. So it's just a part of my my brand, I want my brand to be noted for three major things. So here's the pie. Psychic readings. I know everybody says I don't care about any of that. I just want your psychic readings. Psychic readings. The other part is going to be the ancient texts of the world. We're going to put metaphysics in there too. And then that last piece, world like read psychically reading world affairs. Those are my three things. And I don't want like a channel for, oh, anybody want to hear about what's going on in the psychic world, that, and then anybody want to hear about me and reading scriptures, in that channel. Oh no, I want it all in one channel. Now I don't mind, organizing it so that people can get to find, like a library, find what they're looking for. But I just want a place where everybody can just, when they find me, and they get to know me, Isaiah Donnell Reed, as I am. Like, I don't have to be split into three pieces. I don't have to say, okay, I'm psychic, but okay, so I got to be something else for someone else. I don't want that already from the through the gate coming into, well, I'm not even, I'm miles away from the program, but I don't want to, I want to already, like, people that already have that concept about me before I even get any closer to joining the program, that, oh yeah, is a psychic, but loves to talk about these other subjects. Just loves it. I'd rather people have that idea of me before I even enter the program, so that there's no big shocker. There's no, oh my gosh, what a big change. You're different. None of, at least not in that way. I hope I change, because that means, in other words, I hope I get better. I hope I improve and become inspired. I hope so. My goodness, yeah, absolutely. That would be terrible if I didn't. That would be terrible if I didn't change. If I just stayed the same, I didn't evolve or nothing. I just read the same. I didn't get any better. I just kept reading people, and no improvements. Oh my gosh. No. Like, we can't have that. No. Even psychics have to get better. Yeah. And mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm going to end it here because I'm gonna get ready for the day. I'm looking towards it and get ready for these shows upcoming. And again, I don't know, I still don't get this time. I guess I'm gonna just scratch it. I guess I just go live whenever I feel like it. Whenever I want to go live, I just go live. It's good push live. And if you're there, if you're there, if you're not, you could you could, I don't know. You could just know that I wished you were there. Just like, I wish you were there. So, okay. So I will see you all very, very shortly, in a matter of hours.